What is going on, Aurora Alliance, and welcome back to another Star Wars Battlefront news and updates video. Now in today's video what we're going to be talking about is the Gonk Droid run. Now what I find amusing about this game mode is they've actually found a pretty good use for Gonk droids. I never thought they were very useful in other games. I always just used to kill them, especially in Star Wars The Force Unleashed, when you could just pretty much walk up to them, hit them with a lightsaber, and they'd be smashed open in half, and it was pretty hilarious and fun just to sort of throw them around. But pretty much, this game mode, you have to capture the Gonk droids to win the battle, and they're not stood in the same place like normal objectives would be. They're actually running around the map, so you have to capture them. Now one of the amusing things they've done with Gonk droids is they've dynamically animated the antenna, and they've said pretty much, you know, if you want to see what happens, pretty much chase them down, find them, capture them, and shoot the antenna to find out what happens. I'm quite interested to see what that is. There's no hints to it. It could be anything, it really could be, but I hope it's quite funny because I find the Gonk droids just quite amusing anyway. So to have that sort of humour factor when you're in the middle of a battle, you shoot the antenna and something funny happens, it would be quite light-hearted and quite amusing. Now Gonk Droid Run has pretty much been noted as one of the most unpredictable and fast game modes in the game. You pretty much have to fight for control over these little droids. It's just quite amusing they've thought of this, but apparently at DICE they love the Gonk droids, so they implemented them into the game. Basically give them something to do and work a game mode completely around them. In this game mode there's going to be 3 active objectives, so there's going to be 3 active droids in the map. They are, like I've said before, the Gonk droids. The Gonk droids are your objectives. They pretty much have to be caught before the capture process can actually start. So you're going to have to be running around the maps actually trying to find them, listening to the little gonk noise they make to try and pinpoint their location. By doing this, they've actually made this game mode a hell of a lot more dynamic than other game modes and really quite action-packed, because you're not going to be stood in the same place, you're not going to be pretty much just camping like on cargo. Apparently the positions are a lot more strict in there because the objectives literally don't move. But in the Gonk Droid Run, they're always moving, so you're always going to need to be a bit more manoeuvrable, and it's going to just cause a lot of dynamic situations actually in this game mode. The Gonk Droid Run game mode is actually a 6 versus 6 match where you have to capture and hold the droids before the 10 minutes is actually up. I'm guessing it's like domination. If you have 2 droids captured, you're going to get more points, so it'll keep you ahead of the team who only has 1 droid captured. I don't think you'll actually have to capture all 3 to earn points. The thing that's quite interesting about this game mode is because it's so small and so action-packed and so fast-paced, they've actually not put heroes, villains and vehicle pickups in. Obviously small maps, so you're not going to really have too much room to use vehicles, and I don't imagine an X-Wing or a TIE fighter would be very useful for a game mode that takes place pretty much fully on the ground. There's no big machinery to blow up. There's nothing you need to really shoot at. It's just these tiny little Gonk droids you have to actually capture, so vehicles are completely just not necessary. Hero and villains could be a bit more necessary, but also it could make it really unfair, so they've decided just not to put them in and leave it down to purely weapon pickups. I'd imagine this is like a thermal imploder and things like that. Just don't really know what's going to else be in it. I think there might be sentry guns and turrets and things like that, but I don't know how useful they'll be until you actually capture the droids. It's been said that communication is pretty much key in this game mode. Reason for that, I'd imagine, is if you're playing as a team and you're not really talking to each other, then you're never going to really know who's spotted a droid and where it's at, or whether they've spotted enemies running to a specific location. Obviously, if the enemy has a droid captured and they're all running to a specific location, or 2 specific locations, then you obviously know that's where the droids are. And if you can't call that out, your teammates, they're not going to know, so you're going to be going in on your own up against possibly 3 people who are guarding this droid. Also, like I said just before, if you see a droid and you can't tell your teammates where it is, it's only going to be you capturing it, so there's going to be less chance of you actually managing to lock that droid down and keep it held for your team for a long period of time to earn the points to actually win the map. Now on this map, I know I've been saying it's really fast paced and I've been relying on the whole dynamic situations a lot for this game mode, but honestly, apparently both slow and fast-paced game styles actually work. If you use a slow play style, you can use your cycler rifles and thermal detonators to obviously scope out people, kill them off before they can get the droids. If you have a more relaxed play style, it's a bit more defensive when you actually have the droids under control in a certain area. You can pretty much just sit back, pick off people and call out people without getting too involved and having such a sort of heavy bombardment on the droid you're actually taking control of. Whereas fast-paced styles also work just as well, because you can stick the jump packs on. Obviously they're going to help you get around the map faster and find the droids as fast as possible and chase them down before anyone else who's playing the slow play style really has a chance. So both of these are going to really work. Obviously slow, if you capture a droid you'll be able to pick everyone off from distance and hold down an area pretty well. Fast, you're going to be able to jump around with your jetpacks. You'll be able to get across the map quick, get the droids hunted down and captured faster than anyone else really can. Now, when I've been talking about maps, I've been saying the small maps, and the map variation is just wide, like every other game mode actually is. You've got pretty much nearly every map, just obviously a shrunken down version of it because it's a smaller map. So like I said, there's many map variations for you to actually enjoy while playing the Gonk Run and trying to capture the Gonk droids. You can pretty much enjoy fighting on Tatooine, Endor, Hoth. I think Hoth is the ice caves for Gonk Droid Run. I think that'd be quite interesting as they're running down all the little tunnels and you just hear the Gonk noise echoing around. It'd be quite funny to be hearing that while you're actually in a gunfight. And Sullust is also in there as well. And then obviously when Jakku comes out in December, you'll be able to play on there. So there's a lot of map variety. I think that could actually be a fun game mode to actually play. And I also think, like, it might not happen, but it's been playing on my mind a bit. Star Wars Battlefront could become a bit of a competitive sort of clan v clan type, and I think Droid Run would be a perfect game mode to actually have a bit of a clan v clan or a bit of a competitive mode actually on. So as a quick summary, pretty much you spawn in, it's a 6v6, there's no hero pickups, no vehicle pickups, just purely weapon pickups. You've got to find these 3 droids roaming around the map, you have to hunt them down, obviously start and capture them, and when you catch them I think they stay in the same place and pretty much defend all of the droids, or the majority of them pretty much, until the 10 minutes timer is up. So basically if you want fast action and a mode perfect for small, tight-knitted teams, Droid Run is going to be a perfect fit for you. So if you've enjoyed this video today guys, smash a like and let me know if you're looking forward to playing Droid Run. Subscribe if you want to join the Axrora Alliance for Battlefront news and updates throughout the whole time of the game being out. Other than that guys, it's been Axrora, it's been fun, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. May the Force be with you.